If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Between the camps, no neutral ground, no dimming lamps. Two destinations, two postage stamps upon the soul. You cannot hedge the final bet. The middle ground is death, and yet the lukewarm man who thinks he's wise has bought the beast's own compromise and dressed it up in reason's guise to calm the dread. But reason is the dragon's tool when spirit is the only rule. There is no in-between, no third way through the fire. The gray is not serene, it is the beast's own choir. There is no middle when the lines are drawn. There is no middle, the neutral ground is gone. Are drawn. They say, I'll wait until I see which way the wind will blow for me. And in the waiting they became the beast's own prize. Indecision is a choice that silences the spirit's voice. The days demand a total soul, no fractured man, no halfway goal. You cannot serve the system and the scroll. You must decide. The bread is on the table now. Eat or refuse, no time for how. There is no in between, no third way through the fire. The gray is not serene, it is the beast's own choir. There is no middle when the lines are drawn. Drawn. The man who trusted in his wit to navigate around the pit found out the pit had swallowed it, his clever plan. The beast does not respect the shrewd, he only honors what is crude. The saints who burned with single lie walked past the gray into the sky. They did not calculate, they did not try to split the seam. They chose the seal and let it fall and gave their lives, but gave them all. The line is thin as breath, as sharp as morning frost. To straddle it is death. The ones who walk the fence have chosen their defense and counted up the cost. There is no in-between, no third way through the fire. The gray is not serene, it is the beast's own choir.
He who has ears, the razor cuts the air, dividing soul from soul, dividing here from there. The time for weighing options has expired. The choice is now, the universe is wired. There is no middle when the lines are drawn. There is no middle, the neutral ground is gone. You either wear the seal upon the brow or take the mark, no other sacred vow. The lukewarm soul who waited for a sign has crossed the line by standing on
save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. The bunker underground, with stores of grain by weight and pound, and sealed the door without a sound against the sky. He thought the famine he could beat with barrels of preserved wheat, but when the mark became the key to every transaction, every fee, his bunker was a tomb. You see, no coin, no trade, the grain was there, the cans were stacked, but what he couldn't buy he lacked. You stored against the night, but missed the bread of dawn. The manna falls in light on those who have withdrawn. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. You stored your grain behind your bunker walls. The mark locks everything you saved inside. The system doesn't need your food, just your hide. The God who fed Elijah by the brook is waiting while you trust your ledger book. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. The man who stockpiles thinks in 3 dimensions, food and security, but the demiurge's machinery is spiritual. You cannot hoard what you will need when faith alone becomes the seed. The widow with her flask of oil had nothing stored beneath the soil, but heaven filled her endless toil with holy fire. The one who trusts the stockpile's worth has trusted in the things of earth. You stored against the night, but missed the bread of dawn. The manna falls in light on those who have withdrawn. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. You stored your grain behind your bunker walls. The mark locks everything you saved inside. The system doesn't need your food, just your hide. The God who fed Elijah by the brook is waiting while you trust your ledger book. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. The ravens brought the prophet meat, and heaven paid for every bite. The beast cannot compete with what the sky provides. The saints prepare by letting go, not by storing up below. The less you carry in your hands, the more the Spirit understands. The preparation is the soul stripped down and bare. The ones who hold the world so light are lifted when the mark takes flight. The silo stands in vain, the cans will rust to dust. The only lasting grain is the deposit of trust. The saints have left the store and found the open door. You stored against the night, but missed the bread of dawn. The manna falls in light on those who have withdrawn. The mark will render every stockpile dead. You cannot eat what cannot be bought or sold. The only preparation that survives is learning how the Spirit keeps alive. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. You stored your grain behind your bunker walls. The mark locks everything you saved inside. The system doesn't need your food, just your hide. The God who fed Elijah by the brook is waiting while you trust your ledger book. You stored your grain, but missed the bread that falls. Man shall not live by bread alone.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life.
Was stitched below by hands you'll never see or know. The dragon's factories work slow, but they complete.
The emblem that you raised so high was woven where the fallen lie.
The nation state is not your home, it is a cage the beast has grown. The borders drawn on maps are foam upon the tide. They shift, they break, they are not real, but they determine who you kill.
The patriot's devotion is dragon's currency. The flag across the ocean is what he wants from thee.
The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. The nation is a net, and every flag's a sign that you belong to what the beast controls. A territory that enrolls the souls. The saints renounce the border and the states. They serve no flag, they will not carry hate. The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. When brother fights against his brother, each in the uniform of another nation, neither one discovers they are pawns.
The beast has authored every war and laughs at what they're dying for.
The general and the corporal, the bomber and the bugle call are instruments the beast enthralls them all with pride.
They think they serve a noble land, but serve the mark, the beast, the brand. Patriot's devotion is dragon's currency. The flag across the ocean is what he wants from thee.
The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. The nation is a net, and every flag's a sign that you belong to what the beast controls. A territory that enrolls the souls. The saints renounce the border and the state. They serve no flag, they will not carry hate. The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line.
The land with God, the soil is just the devil's fraud to make you kill your brother on the other side. Abraham left his nation, went to where the Spirit had been sent.
The saints are pilgrims on the earth. No country claims their second birth. They walk through every nation's dearth and do not kneel.
Their only king wears no flag, their only law is what the Lamb said.
The border is a blade that cuts the human race. The dragon's map is made to slice the holy place. The saints have left the map for heaven's border gap.
The patriot's devotion is dragon's currency. The flag across the ocean is what he wants from thee.
The day will come when every flag is burned, and every patriot will see what he has earned. A place among the nations of the beast, who fought for borders at the wedding feast. The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. The nation is a net, and every flag's a sign that you belong to what the beast controls. A territory that enrolls the souls. The saints renounce the border and the state. They serve no flag, they will not carry hate. The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. He was given authority over every tribe and tongue and nation. The saints looked at the flags and saw the dragon's threat. And the dragon stood on the shore of the sea.
And I saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
These three make war upon the saints.
The father stares into the glass and loves the face that stares back fast. His hunger is a pit so vast it swallows light. The mirror is his only throne. He cannot love, he rules alone.
The sun devours without a sound, no heartbeat where his chest is found. The hollow chamber, the compound of iron will.
He processes the human soul through gears that grind and take their toll. Three faces on one throne, three voices in one cry. The darkness stands alone, three shadows in one lie. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. Three faces of the same infernal dark, the mirror and the void, the charming spark. The dragon wants your worship, that is all. The beast just wants to watch your body fall. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. The Spirit lies, the worst of three. He wears the wool so you can't see. The Lamb disguised, the gentle plea, the helping hand. He comes with answers, comes with peace, and underneath the marks release. The first two you could recognize, the proud one and the dead one's eyes. But the deceiver's paradise is looking good. He sounds so risible and warm and hides the brand beneath the charm. Three faces on one throne, three voices in one cry. The darkness stands alone, three shadows in one lie. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. Three faces of the same infernal dark, the mirror and the void, the charming spark. The dragon wants your worship, that is all. The beast just wants to watch your body fall. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies.
The mirror builds the cult of praise, the hollow heart devises ways. To crush the charming one obeys the book of night. Together they complete the scheme, and humanity becomes the dream.
But the logo sees through every mask. The light reveals what darkness asks. The saints who recognize the task are not alone. They name the three, and by the naming strip the darkness of its framing. The dragon wants your awe, the beast wants your skin. The charmer wants the law that traps the soul within. Name them and they break, the lie is what they make.
Three faces on one throne, three voices in one cry.
The darkness stands alone,
Three shadows in one lie.
the unholy trinity now stands revealed. The mirror, the hollow, the liar unconcealed. Three persons of the darkness in one scheme, and every saint who sees them is redeemed. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies. The Father stares, the Son devours, the Spirit lies.
And the dragon gave him his power, and the beast spoke great blasphemies, and the false prophet deceived the nations. But the saints saw through, they named the three. is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Beautiful and almost indistinguishable from what the Spirit speaks in quiet tone inside. That's why the saints have trained for years to calibrate their inner ears. The demiurge will sound so true, his frequency will pass right through the filters of the mind, but not the soul that's tuned. The signal that the Logos sends is learned by those who've met the end. The ear that hears the tone beyond the broadcast range is shaped by years alone with what the world calls strange. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone, the calibrated soul, the ones who stand alone, they learn to trust the Logos in the small deception, so they recognize the call when everything convincing fills the air. They hear the difference, they are not ensnared. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone. No other generation faced a lie so perfectly encased in everything the human race had ever dreamed. Technology that mimics God is rising from the dragon's side. The chosen for this final hour are not the mighty, not the power. They are the ones who in the shower of smaller lies refused the counterfeit again and built the muscle of amen. The ear that hears the tone beyond the broadcast range is shaped by years alone with what the world calls strange. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone, the calibrated soul, the ones who stand alone, they learn to trust the Logos in the small deception, so they recognize the call when everything convincing fills the air. They hear the difference, they are not ensnared. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone. They are the gold refined by fire, not by their merit, by the Spirit's choir. The calibration of the heart through years of trust. They did not earn this final place, they simply opened to the grace. The ones who will not be deceived are those who, when the world believed, the broadcast quietly received a different sound. The Logos frequency is low and only calibrated souls will know. The static fills the air, the signal wars above. The saints have trained to hear the frequency of love. The world receives the lie, the calibrated rise. The ear that hears the tone beyond the broadcast range is shaped by years alone with what the world calls strange. There is no middle when the lines are drawn. You stored your grain but missed the bread that falls. The nation is a net, the dragon pulls the line. The net, the grain, the line, these warnings intertwine. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone, the calibrated soul, the ones who stand alone, they learn to trust the Logos in the small deception, so they recognize the call when everything convincing fills the air. They hear the difference, they are not ensnared. The calibrated soul, the ear that hears the tone. Here is wisdom and the patient faith of those who calibrated to the Lamb. If any man have an ear, let him hear. The calibrated soul has overcome.